Over 25 years ago, the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984 changed the minimum legal drinking age from 18 to 21 in most states in the country. The federal government eventually forced all states to change their drinking age to 21 by threatening to cut government funding for the state if done otherwise. The main purpose of this act was to decrease alcohol-related car accidents and keeping alcohol away from teens that were seen to be too immature for responsible alcohol consumption. Although this law was based off of good intentions, it has not been fulfilling its original intentions, and this is where I would like to address our main claim. The minimum legal drinking age should be lowered from 21 to 18. Our four supporting claims are that 1, if the United States is willing to acknowledge an 18-year-old as a legal adult, they should also let an 18-year-old consume alcohol. Number 2, the law is not fulfilling the original intentions and is forcing teens to drink unsupervised, causing more alcohol-related accidents and injuries. Number 3, there are more efficient ways to prevent drunk driving accidents that have a higher drinking age than most countries. And 4, if the minimum legal drinking age was lowered to 18, if the minimum legal drinking age was lowered to 18, schools would be able to implement programs to better inform teenagers about the risk of alcoholism. So our first supporting claim. In the United States, being a legal adult is at 18 years old, and with that comes many responsibilities. At age 18, U.S. citizens are inclined to jury duty, forced to join the selective service where they could be sent to war, and also given the right to vote, smoke, buy a raffle, go to a strip club, or even to get married. Why is it then that being 18 is not old enough for the teen to buy a beer when they can get married, vote, drive, go to war, smoke, and buy a rifle? In most other countries, the legal drinking age is the same as the age that someone is considered to be an adult. In Germany, the legal age to be considered an adult is 18, as well as their minimum legal drinking age. In most countries where the minimum legal drinking age is 18, they are also considered to be an adult at 18. In Japan, the minimum legal drinking age is 20, and that is also where they are considered as an adult. The law is not fulfilling the original intentions and is forcing teens to drink unsupervised, causing more alcohol-related accidents and injuries, coming to our second supporting claim. The original intentions of lowering the minimum legal drinking age in the United States were to prevent drunk driving accidents from teens. Although the numbers seem to have lowered in the past 20 years or so, according to a statistic from alcoholnews.org, 80% of high school seniors admit to have at least tried alcohol, and 50% report having consumed alcohol in the past month. This proves that teenagers are still drinking regardless of the law, and the problem is that this is all happening in private places where unsupervised teens are consuming large amounts of alcohol without the need to be responsible. Most countries in the world have a minimum legal drinking age of 18 or lower, which brings us to our third claim. The only other country with an enforced minimum legal drinking age are Fiji, Sri Lanka, Palau, and Pakistan, all of which are less developed countries than the United States. If most countries have a lower drinking age than the United States, how could the U.S. argue that 18 years old is not mature enough to drink? In Germany, where the minimum legal drinking age is 16, they have much severe penalties to driving under the influence, such as suspension of your driver's license, or they could take away your license forever. If the U.S. were to implement programs like this, they wouldn't have to lower the minimum drinking age they wouldn't have to keep the minimum drinking age as 21, which is their original intention 25 years ago. Lowering the drinking age will also allow schools and education programs to better inform teenagers the risks of alcoholism. High school students and most undergraduate college students are underage, and this makes it harder for administrators to address drinking. According to a statistic from Alexander C. Wagner, from the University of Minnesota School of Public Health, he says that some college administrators argue that the age 21 law has caused more problems on college campuses, not less. Because the drinking age is at 21, they're having a harder time trying to talk to people because it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's drinking, so they can't necessarily address it. And they do not want to be accused of, trying to enforce, they don't want to be accused of spreading awareness of drinking and the side effects of it when it's not legal to 18-year-olds yet. So with that being said, our main claim is that the minimum legal drinking age in the United States should be lowered from 21 to 18.